Now let's meet Henry in his village of Skalitz.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today.
What, baby?
Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
This game has a lot of
He was still
dialogue.
sleeping when I went out.
Over it.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Well, isn't that what teenagers do?
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Well, he's probably not a teenager. He's probably like in his early 20s. Our father's Chuck Norris, so good for us.
Henry!
He looks like Chuck Norris.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother.
What?
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh,
No.
Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Ooh, quest started. Unexpected visit. So, first things first. Very important in this game, exhaust all dialogue options because every time you talk to
A
people...
fine state you're in this
increase your
morning.
speech.
What on
You
earth
need
did you get
speech.
up to last night?
I'm gonna go with strength on this one.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
You're crazy.
So I'm learning to sword fight, and what of it? What harm does it do? At least I'll be able to defend myself.
God above, Hal. You know how your father will react when he finds out.
How? What's he gonna do? I'm doing nothing wrong, I just wanted to try.
And you can deal with your father on your own. Don't come looking to me for help.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Don't talk to my friends like that.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
So first things first, I'm gonna get breakfast and steal all the food.
Look where you're going.
So let's eat from the pot. Because there is, see right there, nourishment 65. Needs to be like close to 100. And we have dressed like a peasant and pretty much terrible at everything. So let's pick up the cheese here. And the lentil soup. Want some bread, damn it. It'll just sit next to everything. I'll let it sit there. This can't be done while sitting. Okay, fine. I'll just act like a moron and stand on the bench and steal everything. Like that. Apple. Lentil soup. Bread roll. One more cheese. It's an outrage. I'm gonna be that dude that carries like 30 apples in his pocket because, you know, you can. Actually, I think I have like 45. 40. I have 40 apples.
Do you have like a weight limit thing?
Yes, you do. You have a weight limit.
I remember just in EverQuest when it was worse than Dark Souls.
Yeah, this one works the same.
I mean, you'd be like, you tried to fat roll. You did that with
can't run on this one, nor dodge if you're over a limit. Okay, so hey, it is a beautiful day. See, cheese is like 7.3 groschen a pop. Oh, that's a good shirt. I'm not gonna sell my shirt. Okay, let's see what Chuck Norris wants. Hey, Dad. I'm sorry, Father.
At least you're up. That's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Strong
Sure, I'll
words
be happy
there,
to
sir.
hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross-guard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now. Work won't wait.
Alright, so crossguard, money from Kunesh, charcoal, and cold ale.
God be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Yeah. I'm crazy.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Okay, we got the crossguard. So next... Ooh, horses. Next, we talk to this Kunesh fellow. So, this is looking at... Okay, never mind. Let's not question it. Okay, marker right here. There he is.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Oh, that's rude.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You got nothing? I don't think so.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Oh, really? Okay. Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have at that moment with the person you're talking to. Social status, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced maybe by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. But other things are also taken into account, such as blood stains on your clothes. Nice. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree to a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping. See trade and haggling. In special cases, you can try any of Henry's other skills, e.g. horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific order. Because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what Henry is going to say. Okay then. We're ready. Alright, Kunesh. I'm just going to say, pay you drunkard.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off.
Right?
But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a
Oh, they
whore.
failed.
How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Oh, bring it. Alright. Slash strong, lower strike with weapon, hook strong, slower hand strike to the head. No, we want jabs. Alright. Let's teach this guy a lesson.
Bugger!
Is that your nose?
Now.
Now.
Don't beat you.
I am the greatest. Ow. Ow. Okay,
Bloody...
oh man, he's kind of tough. Oh, didn't like that, huh? Come on, you want some more? I want some more. Yeah.
Cunt!
Wow, did you really just call me that? You're just mad because your face is starting to look like a pizza. Oh, kicking.
I'm over here.
Close.
Bartka.
Pay your debts, you drunk.
Sod it!
Suck it. He owed us money for some nails and you just nailed him.
I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Yes, if you weren't so rude, I wouldn't be taking all of your tools to sell them. Since you are. You get nothing. You get absolutely nothing. Alright, so. Kunesh, check. This is where all the food we got comes into play.
Vegetables! Fresh vegetables!
Satin, Damask, Scarlet to please the
in your eyes. Just come right up.
Sir.
Good health to you.
Handy implements, machines of every kind. God be with you.
We're rich. Okay, so you need to buy charcoal.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. The bag of charcoal is 10, I think. 10. That's 5 groschen. Check basket, and we can haggle.
Let's have a word about the price.
Why not?
Lower the price a little bit. Since we kind of suck at everything right now, you don't want to go too far.
All right, so.
Alright, so now that we spent the money we needed to spend, we're gonna go gamble the rest.
Red, long and strong.
Greetings.
Let's play some Farkle.
Want to try your luck? Dice?
Strong
And we're gonna bet 10 groschen.
Beautiful and functional. Rakes and hoes for your beard. What else do you need?
So let's see how this works. So, goal of this 2-player game is to be the first to reach a certain number of points. 6 dice are thrown and the players alternate turns. Points are gained for every 1 of 5 throws. 1 or 5 thrown. And for 3 or more of a kind of any other number, scoring is as follows. 1 is worth as 100 points. 5 is worth 50. 3 of a kind are worth 100 points multiplied by a given number. So if you have like 3 4s, you get 400 points. 3 of a kind of ones is 1,000 points. 5 of a kind is worth 1,600 points. Well, crap. Alright, let's do this. We have 1.
Rakes, spades, forks, and
Oh
axes.
my.
All you need to
Look
tame
at that.
Mother Nature. Everything for the house, garden and field. Knives, axes,
Sounds
rakes,
Sherlock.
hoes, all to get the best right here. Right for every day.
We'll see.
Fabric, thread, buttons, laces. Come, people, come.
Now I'm for the chop.
Here's a hoe. Need straw for the winter, and you'll need a rake.
I don't like to take risks when I'm ahead, so we're just gonna do this.
Lace, linen, and silk. Come right up and take some home.
Damn!
Wow. This sucks. He is not having much luck with those dice, that's for sure. Oh, 400 points. Don't mind
Satin,
if I do.
damask, scarlet to please the ladies in your eyes. Just come right up.
Should I, shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
Rakes, spades, forks, and axes. All you need to tame Mother Nature.
Points. Hell yeah. We're literally 50 points away from winning this match. We just need a 5.
That's it.
Mixed goods, handy implements, machines of every kind. Come on up and buy.
And that that's a wrap. Right there. 10 groschen, so we're up to 38. Okay, next up, talk to this guy.
Hell,
Master Found.
have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
Oh, it was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yep.
Yes?
Let's do it.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
So the way the tutorials work in this game, they give you text, but usually the characters are helping you. They explain it, so there's no need for me to like impose my voice on that to explain how the combat system works. And these guys did a really good job doing that. So we're just gonna follow this dude over here behind the shed. Not suspicious at all, and learn how to fight.
So,
let's do this,
can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
You taught me nothing. Alright, here we go.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
So archery locks on your enemy, and then you just keep moving like a headless chicken.
All right.
Serpentine.
Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key.
So
Never repeat yourself.
Where you have to slash. You can let me eat you.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. All right.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Slash. Oh.
Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Not bad. Very good. All right. All right. That's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember, though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Okay, then. So, sword lesson is done. Now I have two things to do. Getting that ale and wait, something else. See if to get the ale.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So are such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house. You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king. So, Hal, are you with us?
Do I want to throw crap at someone's house or go to work? Option A.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Anyway, I showed a couple of pieces she made last time to old Tonda from Tabor. The one of white goods.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Every group has
Why
one.
me?
And in this game, Fritz is the one.
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's lure the wife away.
What do you want, lad?
Well, your husband is being a douche, so you should go take care of it.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty! The fool! Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
he might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Let's go. Druid.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund!
Woohoo! Eat shit, Docious.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse Hans! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Ooh, nice shot.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Bring it. Fist fight.
Shut it!
Take that!
What are
Is
you
that
doing?
all you've got?
For God's sake! Stop right now! The catchpole is on his way!
Run, fellas. Cops are coming.
Run, you cowards!
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
It's a good thing your Hanko warned us.
Well-behaved girl like that. I'm surprised she didn't call the catch pole.
She must have seen Matthias.
What do you mean?
Because he fancies her. And I think maybe she likes the look of him too.
Hey.
Shut up, you idiot.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers. Never a dull moment with you lot.
That's out of the way. The only thing that's left for us to get is cold pitcher ale. And you gotta get it and take it straight to Henry's father, or else it'll get warm and he won't take it. So.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
The Deutsch is mouthing off again.
Oh, don't talk to me about him. He's a good customer. But when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today. I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Make that sword.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Yes.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
That's no fun.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip.
Using my mouth instead of my fist to convince people.
I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Bless you.
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
That's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right? Henry.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
It's terrible.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world. Meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Damn it, your logic makes sense. His father was telling him that he didn't need a sword to go.
A messenger.
To meet people.
He was in a hurry. What's happened? Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Closing! Move it, people! Come on! We're running out of time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside quick! We have to shut the gates! Keep running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Get through the gates! Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Soros! Yeah!
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Flee! To Talmberg! Yeah! Warn the others! They've tore at Skalitz! Warn the others! They've tore at Skalitz!
My girl, lad.
Flee! Say, Cat.
Nic Abdallante poštaričko.
Good! Oh, pochova végre! Ivaszok veled!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Halt you! Hosenkinder!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in.
Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the
You're that
countryside
lad
to
from
make portraits.
Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I saw Deutsch trying to defend himself. The man who'd mocked King Wenceslas as a drunkard and praised Sigismund now stood facing his soldiers with nothing but a pitchfork, trying to protect his wife and son. It was hopeless. He slaughtered them all.
That's so sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
You don't like open it? It's okay, bro. There you go. You're welcome.
Do you think we can drive both?
What? I didn't
But
catch
don't
it.
be daunted by their numbers.
That's
Heed
awesome,
my
man.
commands, and all will end well.
Alright, what's up, Robard?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz, the spy on Sigismund, said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to right there now.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Hey, watch it.
My respects to you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on them, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
Just a shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzi Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord. Takes such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratsik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Same to me who sits on the throne, as long as there's law and order.
What the hell?
Good day to you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here, too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzik is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
So he could loot it?
Correct. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favored it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
God be with you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Votava is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny. If he hadn't already sold her long since.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next. What the hell are you doing?
My respects to you.
Good day to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the...
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something. Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Now we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia for good.
Okay then, there is 3 ways to complete this quest. Basically, you can get a set of armor and some weapons, and this guy will let you out because you look like a regular soldier. The second option is you just jump down this drawbridge and run like hell until they can't catch you. But if you do that, you go with no armor. I personally like the armor options. Now, to get the armor, you have 2 ways. One, if you're not trash at lockpicking, like I am, you can get here, sneak in the armory. Make sure nobody sees you, so close the door behind you. And this chest here is a full set of armor. You can also pick one of the guards, sneak up behind him, knock him out and steal everything he has. That's my favorite option right there. This one actually has a good set of armor. Make sure you save before you decide, because you know you don't want to spend time in jail in your first couple of minutes of the game. So you just look at a soldier that you dig his armor and boom, you get it. Third option for the armor, and I'm going to tell you it's really light. I'm a heavy armor user, so I usually take one of the guards. Yes.
Damn!
Shut up, guard. Oh. Make sure to talk to the lady of the castle. She'll give you money.
The Lord save you.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
You have to bury your parents.
But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
So basically they give you the idea to steal armor.
It's rather embarrassing,
for the
but
bribe.
if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money. Unfortunately, I don't have any.
Money to bribe
How
a
would
guard.
you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. And where can I get the armor?
To get all
At the armory?
speech options out
Where's
of
that?
the way.
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. Thank you, my lady. My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed by the arrival of Sigismund's army this morning.
Well, it was to be expected. And thanks to God's mercy and my good husband, there was no more bloodshed. But it's something else that distresses me. Maybe my mind deceives me, but I have an evil foreboding.
You, my lady? Surely not. No evil could possibly come to you.
I fear something bigger and worse will come. That Sigismund is only another omen of imminent evil. Of great evil.
Okay, then. Okay, so get 25 groschen. Anyways, on to the other ways to get the armor. So you go to the armory and you try to lockpick that chest. And in this tower here, let's see, I think it's above. It's probably the other tower. The other tower. Oh. This dude's armor is really good. See, this heavy armor.
Be a bit more careful.
Right here.
I checked it. It seems everything's in
And we will get to him as soon as we get the other armor.
Are you...
I'm walking here. Can we go this way? Yep, they're all lockpicks. Oh boy. I got myself into trouble. I'm gonna go to jail. It's always just a fun. You! Wait. No. Don't kill me.
You've been lurking around where you don't belong and ignoring warnings. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
It's not that bad.
Damn it.
There
Here's
go.
your coin then.
You've purged yourself before the law, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. You can be sure of that.
Okay then, sir. Oh, this guy's wearing can't pass. Can you just, move out of the way, please? Thank you, sir. So, this is a little risky, and you end up paying some coin if you have any. So, if you're gonna go with the option of lockpicking, make sure you're not seen. Now, if you go into the option of just
Hey, what are you playing at here?
Okay, so make sure you save. Because, you know. You don't want to mess it up and then go to jail. So what you do is you gotta crouch, make sure he doesn't know that you're after him. Just give him a couple of seconds. Oh, when you have a chance.
Jesus, look where you're going. You! What the hell are you fooling around here for?
Well, sorry.
What's the matter, laddie? Need to shit.
Let's try. Alright, he's up for the count. Grab the body real quick. Hopefully nobody sees you. Grab it. Take it to where he's like, looks like he's asleep. Dude, he has a warhammer. It sucks. Get hold of his armor. He got no food. Give me 1 second, then I will. What you need, babe? 1 second, folks. Alright, folks. We're back. So, we're like part of the boys now. You notice that he had a trunk key, but we don't need it. I don't like the fact that I don't have. Let's see, this can go. Anyways, before he wakes up, we got the armor. He's passed out. You grab your horse and you leave. And that's it. That's what I like to do. You can always pickpocket. The thing is about this game is there is no sure right way to do a quest. It depends how you like to play the game. You can be like a thief and pickpocket a key from one of the guards and then go to the equipment trunk and that's it. Yeah, but you have to be good at pickpocketing. I don't like the fact, damn it. I need to get a sleep. I'm risking getting caught here, but I got the equipment trunk key. Alright. I'm gonna throw that weapon off. That sucks too. I'm slightly drunk as I saved. I'm not a private, I'm a guard too. One of you, bros. Wait, which? Okay. You know what? Never mind. I'll find another sword. Let's just get the hell out of here before the other guy wakes up.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone...
None.
Hey! Open the gate!
And it's done. I just need to get the hell out of here. Woo. We did it. That paying that fine was not really the plan. The quarry. We did it.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own.
Well, I think we're in Rob here.
It's like they've already gone.
There's too much stress. They're not even
What have
cold
we
and
got
this
here?
guy's already...
Entertainment, great.
Come on, let's go. Yeah, I know you wanted to surrender, but if you're like robbing people like that, well, this is better than nothing. It's not a weapon. Oh, there we go. Jewelry 3. Can use that.
Oh, God.
Where's Smokey? You got too much love. Take it. Take it. There has to be something here to throw away. Bless you, babe. Okay, that can be dropped. Yes. Take it away. You can run now.
It's the charcoal burner.
Damn, we really did a number on this village. Look at that, everything's destroyed. There's the thief. I got hands there. What's this place? Take a look.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
It's a good question here.
What's that? What's going on? You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Am I? What's it?
What's that? What's going on? What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Possibly. That's a civilian person we have to research.
He didn't run like me. Died with a sword in his hand. You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. You didn't abandon him like me.
He was on this side. Look at that. That's like a hero in that yellow arrow. The pitchfork. Yeah, this guy, the Deutsch, he was on Sigismund's side, and when they attacked Skalitz, he tried to protect his family and died, bro. Yep, he literally died with a pitchfork on his head.
No. Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. Find them. I swear it. Just wait a minute. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this. I'll take this as a keepsake to remember you by.
Bianca was kind of like Henry's girlfriend. She's dead now. You're gonna take her ring and equip it. Well, it's 54 groschen.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishop, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
I came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa in the mill? When I fled, the Cunians wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think I ran?
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it anyway?
My father forged it for Sir Radzig. It's my duty to deliver it to him. It's not for sale.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that goes. And where will you dig it anyway? Here? You're not going to lay your parents in unhallowed ground, are you?
You know, you're an unbelievable piece of shit.
Yeah! Ah! 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 Ah!
Yeah! That's right! Turn tail and run, you bastard! Easy there, boy. You know me. Your good master won't be needing this anymore. This is a good place. We're going along. So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
You whoreson!
Jesus Christ!
No curva!
Bleed.
Finish the little bastard off, Runt!
Get him! Bleed him dry!
Curva fix!
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The Chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it, No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Guard! Disperse and rebel!
Well, almost got killed. But I believe that is the prologue.
Do you need some help?
There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill, my uncle's mill at Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzik?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzik, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Okay, folks, we're on Rete.
Watch it. What is it?
Talk to the miller, but I need to get to the bathroom first, so I shall return. Alright, folks, we're back. So, first things first. Need to grab all the things. Oh my. Got quite a bit of grosh in here. No. I haven't even had a chance to go to a cellar, damn it. Not really. I hate that guy. Oh, Grey Rat. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's right. You're gonna meet Patches again. No, the original Patch is actually in Demon Souls. Yes. The original Dark Souls Patches, yes. Everybody. Alright. gonna start by eating the stuff I have on my inventory because guess what? Stuff gets rotten, and you don't want to eat rotten salami because it's bad for you. Okay, I'm gonna eat one of those. Alright, let's equip ourselves here. Armor. Now you guys want to get like jewelry and keep your armor in good condition at all times because that affects how people view you. Looks like shit, you know. Ah, there he is. What's up, Miller Pashek?
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
Is that code for stealing? That's probably code for stealing.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Apparently not.
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him.
He's sending me off to steal a dude's ring and don't vex the executioner. He's probably going to be pretty vexed if I try to steal a ring from a dead body. I'm just saying. There's a damn spade. God. Probably. Okay, so first job I have after I get here. Go steal a ring from the executioner. He's not going to be happy about it. Maybe there's a peaceful solution. Oh, speaking of peaceful solutions. Yay, I leveled up. So cool. Yay. First aid's already in. Night Rider. Let's go with Scout 1. Slight increases the sight distance, fast travel, and also the distance, the chance of evading by 10%. My God, look at my speech. It's terrible. Oh yeah, that's not the only thing in this level. Okay. Yeah, that was the only thing. Alright, so executioner's right there. If we cut across the forest, we don't have to go around. What the hell kind of sword do I have? It literally looks like a machete. We're kind of poor, so... Ooh, horse. Can we steal it? Nope, cannot. At least it's not raining. Up the forest. This will take us to the executioner, no doubt. What we have to do. Oh man, look at my shoes, they're like really dirty. I didn't even go to the bathroom with all this armor on. Anyways. Look at this lazy butt. Hello? Anybody here? There he is. Hello, Mr. Herman. Okay.
This is a bit awkward, but recently you buried a convict, and this convict,
Play on his feelings. Let's do it.
was a family man. He left 3 young children, and I thought it might ease their hearts if I gave them the ring their father had on him in his final hour. I'm sure you wouldn't bury him with such a valuable thing.
Children, you say? You're right, I do have the ring. But actually, it's a worthless bauble. You can have it for a few groschen.
15 groschen for the ring? Well...
Thanks, but I'm not in...
Why don't you make your bloody...
okay, let's try that again. guess we don't have a choice.
I'm back with the money for the ring.
All right, here it is. I don't know why it's worth so much to you, though. It's a piece of junk.
What? This is nothing but an ordinary copper band. It's not worth a 10 penny.
Great, I've been swindled. I've been swindled! I paid 15 groschen for a ring that's not worth it. 10 copper penny.
What's going on there?
Look at that. Now I only have 52.5. Probably can't even repair my armor with that thing. I'll just go to the armor. Oh, would I like to repair my armor? I give him 50 groschen and he starts. Get a job, lazy bum. I can't because my armor sucks. Should have grabbed the shield. Damn At least there's random pots of lentil soup around. You know, shit. Yeah, pretty much. I'm hungry, I'm gonna take a bowl, whatever. Probably the communal lentil soup. You don't know. Got your stupid ring.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight. Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to peel out the tumbler. Good. Now turn the whole lock to blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be heard in Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. An experienced guard will recognize the sound at once. You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. But remember, this trunk's only for practice. With real locks,
trouble
you have to watch
and
out.
it's empty. Screw you, Miller. Screw you.
Can you tell me... What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them.
Really?
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters. But this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king. but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own 2 eyes what they're capable of.
That's all. I'll have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojtek, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone.
You'll buy stolen goods from me. Thanks for your trust. I'm sure that'll come in useful.
Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojtek in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa.
Tell me about Wojtek.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Kruder. Slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
Damn.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is. A loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Sounds like a bunch of adorable guys.
Tell me something about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'll surely die here. But before I do, I've plenty of work to do, and I hope I live to see peace in this land again.
I've got some goods here whose...
All right.
Oh my. There we go. That's a lot of lockpicks. Got a lot of lockpicks. Oh, there's really nothing here today. Maybe I could just go get stuff in the truck. Hold on there, good sir. Let me see my Lord man merchandise. There, what do I got here that I can sell? Cheese, old boots. Sounds good to me. Just in case I get wrecked. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
I've got some goods.
All right.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen.
After you.
What? I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable, but also of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things.
Okay, then. Let's give it a shot.
Hello, how do you like the game so far?
It's actually pretty good. And they fixed most of the bugs, so...
I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things.
I will. So basically, the game's pretty good. I mean, they got rid of most of the bugs.
You.
Damn it!
If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard.
They got rid of most of
Try
the bugs.
it again.
And most of the quests are fixed. I'm actually very surprised at how good this game is.
That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome.
Thank
But I'll
you
be
for
having that
turning
dagger
me
back
to a
now.
life of crime. I definitely recommend buying it.
God save you, Henry.
I like the history, it's pretty good graphics.
Oh yeah, it's very out before. It's a non-fantasy RPG, but it's actually pretty good. Gotta be honest, I didn't know what to think because there's like mixed reviews all around. Most people, the backers played the beta and they had a number of problems, including like game-breaking bugs and whatnot. But the final product actually came out pretty good. I mean, before this 1.3 patch, you had some of the quests are bugged, but so far, I haven't found any problems yet. Start the game though.
Your mic is really low, hard to hear you.
Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Let's see here. Yep, it was really low. Should be better now. Yeah, it is really low level. Wait, did I even grab the thing? Yeah, I was saying that, crap, I forgot what I was saying. Oh. Yeah, the game I had a lot of issues, but this patch
Way
here...
better, thanks.
No problem, man. What is this? Random way far? Yeah, can't do anything. Apparently our boy Henry here is getting sleepy. This doesn't look like where we need to get. Well, it does. I'm pretty sure we can't cross it over there. Okay. Where's the miller? There he is.
I'm at your service, sir.
I just took a dump in the shape of a shamrock in honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking ball. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the? Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours. testing fledglings in the trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
Wow.
What am I to do with these things I pilfer? No one will buy stolen goods from me.
Buying and selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something, I can make sure they're properly cared for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the arrangement.
Alright. So we got ourselves some fencers for our life of crime. I need to eat. We need to sleep. Let's go back to the mill. Yeah, it's about to go. It's about to be nightfall. Well, in a couple hours. Is that a guard? No, that's not a guard. Just random dude. Man, look at that. That is a fine cycled night and day. Oh, there's a guy there. He looks armed. Ooh, look at that armor. Well, he's kind of dirty though. Wait, he's not saying anything? Shh. It's okay, bro. I don't think you need nothing. Just to look at me. Okay, I'm gonna say the game. See if we can steal this dude's armor. We have to knock him out without him seeing us, or we're gonna be in deep trouble with the guards. So, alright, there's gotta be a way. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. Don't turn it, damn it! Nope, it's not working. He keeps turning around. It's ridiculous.
Good luck.
We got him. We got him. Let's pick up the body. He doesn't need his armor, right? What? Grab the body, damn it. Can't, like, steal it in the middle of the road. Okay, we're gonna let him rest over here.
It's disturbing.
He should watch this. Oh, yeah, okay. He's sleeping in the middle of the flower, so I'm not being a douche. He has a... Yeah, there's poppies there. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Legit. Okay, your kingdom thanks you, sir. Okay, let's get the hell out of here before he wakes up. Oh no, I'm overburdened. I can only walk. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. It's gonna take me a while to get to the... No, I can't fast travel because I'm overburdened. But I got a cool new armor though. Well, it's because I have 2 sets of armor on me. Oh my. Basically, wait a minute. Now I should leave and then look at the armor, because that guy may wake up at any moment. But I can't run any fast. Oh! Wait, is that... There's a person coming. Shh. Be cool. Be cool, be cool. What? No. We're good, we're good, we're cool, we're cool. Everything's cool. Everything is cool. Oh God, Henry, just walk faster. We're a little tipsy too. Save your schnapps is alcoholic beverage, so when you save, you get a little tipsy. Well, that guy has clothes on, so it's not the night. And there it is, another random pot of lentil soup. Are we hungry? No, we're not. Yeah, it's like they have camps all around and they usually have a pot with lentil soup. Yeah, I guess. This guy made me lockpick a chest that was empty. That's not cool. And lockpicking is like really hard. It's really hard. Well, it's hard and I suck at it, but... Huh? Yeah, but to skill up I have to try it, and if I try it, and if I break a lockpick, the guards hear that. Okay, we arrived at the house. Let's wash ourselves, because it's not cool. Okay, let's see what we stole. You can't catch me here.
As much as you can in a trough tells you that.
Okay, so it is the exact same type of stuff. This here is better. And he had a lot of dry meat on him. Same deal?
Does God know where?
Yeah, stolen God knows where.
Does God know?
Yeah, God always knows. He knows. Knows everything you do. He's like, oh, I know, I see you. Miller, where are you? I need to sell some stuff that,
You're selling the Uncle's ring. He's bad.
No, I'm not. That helps me with my charisma. And you need charisma to make people tell you things they don't want to. Good news, everybody. I've stolen the merchant sword. I don't need to use the machete anymore.
Machetes are pretty badass.
Oh, there he is. Peshek, come here. Someone tripped and lost their armor.
Good God, you look terrible.
Maybe.
You've an honest trade. How come you got mixed up in crime?
Evil times. The harvest failed, and there was no grain to mill, and a child to feed on top of it all. I had no choice. And meanwhile, the lords in the castle and the monks in the monastery stuffed their craws to bursting. Where's the justice in that?
So you took justice into your own hands, is that it? And now you take whatever you need?
Pull your head out your ass, Henry. Take a good look around you. Wars come and go, but nothing really changes. It's the poor that do the dying, and the nobles who reap the rewards. We have to survive somehow, so why concern ourselves with morals?
Stolen goods.
I've got some goods here. Who's...
All right.
Let's go with the armor first. Damn it. That's not what I want to do. Okay. Wait a minute. Take this off. And maybe that. We're good to go. Then again, this guy deals in stolen goods. Alright. No. Let's remove this. Sell the armor I have, which is legit. Right? And then equip the stolen armor. I'll make a pretty penny out of it. Well, maybe the... Wait. Actually...
I've got some goods here. Who's that?
All right.
That and this and this go. Very good. Dagger stays. There it goes. Oh, but I can't fix any of that.
Let's talk about the...
Why not?
Here you are.
Well now, thank you very much.
Okay, that's better. Let's get some sleep here. It's actually pretty intelligent the way they do the sleeping. It's basically your loading screen, but you're just staring at a clock. Or it's like, oh, that's fun. It really isn't.
It's better than loading Please Wait, which burns in the back of your skull forever, like you play EverQuest. Did you hear Jackson talking about EverQuest?
Yeah. Alright, we have enough money to wash our stuff, but it needs to be repaired. And if my armor is stolen, and you can't repair stolen armor in a regular merchant, because they're like all touchy-feely about that thing for some reason. Now we need a horse. That is a lot of weight. Yeah.
It was a raid. Everybody had to do chain healing. One person would start and it'd be a long cast of a heal, and then when they would finish, the next person would start. Usually on the main tank.
We tried that on EverQuest too.
Yeah, it was set up to be done the same way. The tank just didn't have enough gear to withstand it.
Yeah. Oh, crap. We came too soon. You're gonna have to wait a few hours.
And it's kind of hard to heal a tank when you're dying yourself.
Right?
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna sit
I think you
here.
need to do a little bit more in that situation.
And I'm gonna wait. I think stuff opens up at like 9 a.m. If you're interrupted before time, and I keep doing this, is the bad habit. It takes a while to load. Because basically the engine is calculating where everything's going to be at the time you stop the clock. So if you're predetermined an hour before that, it takes less time to load. Okay, now they're open. Can I sell stuff to them?
God bless.
Not armor though. Food. They only have 100 groschen on them. Lame.
I'd like to,
And what is it you'd like?
Bless you.
proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in
You know
advance.
someone's old when they say folks in a YouTube video description.
Right?
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
Hey, folks is a nice word. Okay, I can sort of walk fast. Someone just left a bowl of soup in the middle of... Okay. I'm gonna question. Just gonna move on. Anyways. We're in the middle of a... Yeah, that... And... that... That... the exact same thing, but the other one I can sell. I'm going to sell a horse. Alright.
Boy, you are loaded with stuff.
I know, right? A knight happened to trip in front of me and I had to take his armor for safekeeping. So I'm going to take it to town to sell it. Gives me a nice leg up on the... Because we need a horse. That's like your first priority should be a horse.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabila of Dvoyitz.
Of course you are, lad, and I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship? What makes you think he'll see you?
I may not look the part, but I know about honour and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right then, go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
Here we go, like merchants right around the corner. Come on. Come on, Henry, just a little longer.
Have you seen Pixelated Apollo's series on this?
No, is it good?
I'm at your service.
Yes.
Gonna have to check that out.
For the love of God, I've come from Skalitz, and all I ask... Hey, look out!
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
Give me some money.
How far into the story are you?
Let's have a word about.
Oh, I just started.
Sure.
I literally,
Why
well,
not?
not literally started, just ran out the prologue, just got the Rete. So I just started, like,
Aye.
a couple hours
For
ago.
that amount, I can be persuaded.
I mean, this is the first stream of the game. Ooh. Nice. Not overloaded anymore.
Nice fam.
Alright.
Welcome, Henry.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you
Don't
expect
get
to
caught
find?
with that stolen
Needed
stuff.
to bury my parents.
Yeah, I know, right?
I see. Your father fought like
Have
a
to
lion.
be in my best behavior here.
Saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you would be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzik. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Ratai. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzik.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
It don't matter, they still can't stop you.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Pilchstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Pechstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzik, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
I have subbed.
No, they'll have to get used to it.
But I am going to go now.
But when
Have
will
fun
it be
with the game.
resolved? And
All
what
right,
on
man.
God's
Thank
earth
you
is
very
this
much
all
for
even
subscribing.
about?
Hope to see you again
I
soon.
won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taumburg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man. And your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Teresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Oh, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor. And the dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. Woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage. But you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Well, when you put it like
Okay,
that,
Bob,
it sounds
right.
stupid.
What you say is certainly true. Except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well. Believe me. Henry's earned some punishment. How do you punish someone who's already lost everything? Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier. But a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
Ooh, he isn't a peasant, father. He's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
So, yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. Bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Hey!
Alright folks, we're going to leave the episode of today here. Tomorrow we'll have trading and Ratai's main quest and side quests as well. I'm also going to go a little bit of bandit hunting because I heard it's fun. So, and we need a horse.
Their bodies in poppy fields too.
No, those are actually going to murder and strip them off their arm and leave them where they died. Because they're bandits. They don't deserve any better.
You don't know. You don't know what background they come from. Maybe they've got like 5 starving kids. They have to be bandits.
Well, you know, I have starving armor slots that need to be filled. Yeah, I'm gonna. Alright folks, thank you very much for watching. If you guys want to know when we're streaming again, do make sure to subscribe and you'll be notified. Oh, after you hit that bell symbol. As for my part, once again, thank you very much for watching, and until the next one, peace out.